So let's get into our first segment called Trending.
Trump was too liberal. Tweet.
On the shoulder. You adjust the microphone as you talk, man. For their gracious aid.
So this is a segment where we will be looking at what was trending on Twitter. And last week, Twitter was ablaze with trends ranging from hashtag Trump's going to jail in response to Mar-a-Lago raid to the term MAP trending in response to people attempting to bring attention to the efforts to normalize pedophilia within the LGBTQ community. Now, and for those who don't know, MAP stands for minor attracted person. But through the fifth generational battlefield that is Twitter, the most interesting trend was the infighting of the leftists. Nina Turner, a progressive candidate, was attempting to discredit Jimmy Dore's name by calling him anti-black racist after Jimmy called her out about a remark she made about the FBI in a tweet. So let's take a look at that tweet. Nina said, "My predictions of the fallout of the FBI raiding Mar-a-Lago is that we're probably going to see a bunch of MAGA Republicans call out to abolish the FBI." Jimmy Dore then said, "When leftists cheer on the FBI, you know they're serious about being Democrats." All right. So instead of tweeting, she's simply making a prediction and then stating the long-held leftist position of calling for the abolition of the FBI. She instead tweets this statement in response. "When Jimmy Dore knocks a black progressive woman for pointing out conservatives' hypocrisy when it comes to the FBI, you know he's serious about being anti-black and protecting conservatives." Jesus! What a statement, huh? Straight for the race card. That's a bold move, especially when playing identity politics like that against a well-renowned person like Jimmy Dore. You know, he is a very well-liked person within the community of the left. You know, I like him. No, I don't agree with him, but I enjoy his show and I like to watch it. So in the same thread, she continues to justify her accusations by tweeting this. "Conservatives were okay with the FBI when it comes to the Panthers, MLK, and Malcolm X. Now they have a problem with it. If you have a problem with me pointing that out, you're doing the bidding of these conservatives, which Jimmy is. And yes, doing the bidding of those conservatives by using black women's words is in fact anti-black." And then Jimmy responded with this trump card of a tweet. "I've admired Jimmy from afar. He's saying things I can't say," at Nina Turner, and that's a quote from her because she did say that. "I called her out for cheering on the FBI. She uses the cheapest, ugliest form of identity politics and as a shield. Truly repulsive. FYI, she's against defunding FBI, and she sits on Cleveland Police Foundation board. When people come around to your point of view, like in the case that the FBI is a corrupt, evil organization, then you should welcome them, not continue to insult them and flip them off. You call out their hypocrisy when they're in the wrong, not when they change and are correct." Not wrong. Not wrong. So you would think after reading that, the conversation ends there. No. Nina doubles down and says this. "Let me be clear. Jimmy Dore repackaging anti-blackness and right-wing talking points and sells it in a way that some leftists are willing to buy. He has used right-wing talking points against me multiple times and even defended Rittenhouse. He makes millions doing it." So many people were not happy with that tweet. You had thousands of people replying with criticism to Nina for stooping so low as to call Jimmy a racist. Garland Nixon said, "So let me understand this. Jimmy Dore is a racist, and you advise us to support Joe Biden." Living in environmental U.S. imperialist end times said, "You've completely surrendered to the dark side, and they don't even want you. So sad." And for those who don't understand that, the sides she's supporting has thrown her under the bus many times. I belong to a baby booper, said, "You've sunken into a place where you will never climb out of. Shame on you for using identity politics and trying to smear him as a racist." And then, in my opinion, Salvia response said it all. "But Nina, the whole point is that you have taken the right-wing position on the FBI, and Jimmy Dore called you out for it. And your response is to double down and come out as a shameless Clintonite fascist? All Jimmy did was be a principled leftist." So, once again, you'd think Nina would call it a day and reflect on the backlash from her followers. Maybe tweet an apology to Jimmy for her accusations, but stick to her original statement. No! Nina responds to the backlash from her followers with an ad hominem approach by labeling them as conservatives for disagreeing with her. If you take right-wing money while running against progressives, you're a conservative. If you use right-wing talking points against progressives, you're a conservative. Jesus. She's behaving like a fucking kid. Knowing she's losing the argument and then says, "You're stupid, so I don't care what you have to say." Oh, no. Now, as the good book says, pride goeth before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. Which means a person who is excessively proud will often suffer a setback or failure. And that's exactly what happened. The responses to that were not good. So let's take a look at some of these. I think it's Agathon the Ultra said, "The lines are now blurred between what can be considered a right-wing talking point because Democrats and their supporters have done nothing but support more war, apartheid, the funding of Ukraine, Nazis, cops, etc. No different than the conservatives they claim to oppose." Black in the Empire said, "OMG, you've become one of them, even after what they did to you." And then Blacker Than Black said, "Aren't you part of the TYT network, the same network that took money from conservative Democrats and Republicans?" The Young Turks is what he's talking about. And then Liz Cheney fan, which changed their name, they made me laugh. So, if you take left-wing donor money and give it to centrist Democrats like Connor Lamb, you are AOC. So, jokes aside here, the series of tweets attacking Jimmy Dore have demonstrated to progressive left, which had held Nina up as a beacon of hope, has realized she has sold out to the neocons like Bernie Sanders, AOC, and the rest of the squad. Sabrina Salvati, also known as Sabby Sabs, gave a powerful statement that sums up how hurt the progressive left is with Nina Turner's actions on Twitter. Now, she does a 25-minute breakdown tweet by tweet, but it's just a build up to the last 5 minutes, which I gotta say was pretty damn powerful. I love her passion, and she makes some good points. So let's give a watch.
If somebody tells me they're against the FBI, if they tell me, you know what, we need to get rid of this whole system, I don't really care if they're on the left or the right. If they're down with it and I'm down with it, then let's get the shit done. This is the problem. This is why I hate this two-party system. I hate it. I absolutely despise it. Everything is about left versus right. People are so blinded, they can't even look at just particular issues anymore. Now it goes on from here. She goes on to say, if you take right-wing money while running against progressives, you're a conservative. If you use right-wing talking points against progressives, you're a conservative. When did Jimmy Dore run against a I'm confused. When did Jimmy Dore run against a progressive?
Yeah, he's never ran for office either. That doesn't make any sense.
If you
either.
use right-wing talking points against progressives, you're a conservative. What are the right-wing talking points? See, this is the thing. Like, this is vague. Give me some examples. You got to give me more than this. What are the right-wing talking points that you're referring to? I didn't see any examples mentioned. It goes on. If someone on the left is telling you that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert are potential allies to the left, you're witnessing a grifter that is doing nothing but putting marginalized communities in danger. We don't build coalitions with right-wing authoritarians. Okay, well, to that, I ask, what about Black people that are conservatives?
Yeah.
What about Black people on the right? This is the problem with the left-right divide, putting marginalized communities in danger. What about the marginalized communities that are on the right? This is making the assumption that everybody that's Black is on the left. They're not. And Black people are leaving the Democratic Party, not joining it. I can't with this. So it makes me really sad. It makes me really sad because at the end of the day, all this back and forth, and we haven't accomplished anything. Not one damn thing. This is going back to 2016 when Bernie first ran. What have we accomplished? What have we won? What have we done on the left besides a couple of progressives winning their races and going into DC and siding with corporate Democrats when it comes to legislation? What have we accomplished on the left? It's been what, 6 years? Nothing is getting done. Nothing. I'm so pissed. I'm livid. I was just at a housing project here in Boston. People are having their freaking ceiling separating from the damn wall. More people are still being evicted. Tent communities are growing. People still don't have health insurance. People still don't have dental insurance. But what we got right now, what we got here, we got someone who sat up there and ran twice in a row, and the Democratic Party screwed her twice in a fucking row. And here she is, sitting up here, still pointing fingers at the right instead of pointing fingers at your own damn party that has continued to screw you over multiple times. We've won nothing. Nothing. I'm embarrassed. It's embarrassing. I gotta be honest here. It pisses me off. I get so tired. Sometimes I get tired of this. Constantly telling people we need to support these policies. Constantly telling people you need to come on over to the left because we really agree on the issues. And I'm telling people that, and then they don't want to even be involved. You know why? Because they see shit like that. Because they said the left is too divided. Because they said you got people like Nina Turner and Jimmy Dore yelling at each other back and forth on Twitter. They want no part of it. They said that the left are too pure. There's too much of these purists. And they feel like they don't have a home here. Everybody needs to hear this. Who's on the left? You need to hear this. Sometimes on this side, we can come across really kind of condescending to people who are not there yet, people who are not on the left. And I got to tell you, I've talked to a lot of people, and you know what? It is a fucking turnoff. It is a turnoff to a lot of people to see someone like Nina Turner, who was a progressive candidate, And someone like Jimmy Dore, who had a lot of these progressive candidates come onto his show, sometimes it was the first platform, to see that we're not even in community together. We went from being together on the issues to being divided over personalities. And I'm so sick of it. I'm tired. And I know a lot of us, we've all bought into it. I've been guilty of it before too. But this is fucking embarrassing. You don't see this on the right. Do you see Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro going at each other like this? Fuck no. And at the same time, we've accomplished nothing.
Yep. Pretty powerful. I like it. I like the passion, man. You know, I don't agree with the Progressive Party or anything they have to offer. But I do like passionate people, and that she is. She is. She believes in something, and that's what matters. She wants to do good. And the infighting that's happening amongst the Progressive Party isn't helping any kind of movement that they're trying to make happen. But anyways, that ends the segment trending.